The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the network or anyone affiliated. There will be mature and possibly immature content. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't listen at all. It's very poorly produced. Take me to your leader.
Welcome to the Monster Castle Radio Show. For the extreme paranormal listener. And here is your host, the Wolfman, Mike.
This is where the real freaks hang out, alright, yeah.
And welcome to the Monster Castle. Alright. If I can... Alright, how are we doing tonight? Adam? And Jeff?
Doing good.
You guys there? Alright. We got
How
some
you doing?
great guests coming up. It's the girls from Detroit Paranormal Exposition. But first...
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Hang on, I think I got a sound effect for that. Can you say you're excited again? Say that again, Jeff.
Oh, I'm excited.
There you go. Okay, we're gonna do.
Hello.
Who else is there? Adam, you got some news?
I do.
Here's the news with Adam Strange. Wait a minute, that's not news. Wait. There we go.
Alrighty. What does Ouija mean? A curious etymology. I'd always thought the meaning behind the name Ouija was simple. Ouija, the French oui, and the German ja. Both words meaning yes, perhaps together in one odd-sounding name for a spirit board. That's what I'm told anyway. As it turns out, the truth is far more fascinating. The Ouija board, the Ouija chose its own name. The commercial board game Ouija, while not the first spirit or talking board by any means, came into existence with a patent filed on May 28th, 1890. The objects of the invention are to produce a toy or game by which two or more persons can amuse themselves by asking questions of any kind and having them answered by the device, used and operated by the touch of a hand, so that the answers are designated by letters on the board. It's from the U.S. patent, US 446054. Before that happened, though, the board required a name. So the investors of Kennard Novelty Company, the creators of what would ultimately become known as the Ouija, got together one night to ask the board itself. The proceeds were led by Elia J. Bond's sister-in-law, Helen Peters. Bond was one of the investors, an attorney, and Peters was apparently known as a spirit medium. The perfect guide to the perfect person to guide a conversation with the other side. According to Smithsonian and Ouija expert Robert Murch, that night they asked the board a very simple question. What did it want to be called? Ouija, it answered. Easy as that. For good measure, they asked the board what Ouija meant, and it spelled good luck. An answer or a warning? In the original patent, the board is referred to as both the Ouija and the Egyptian luck board. However, if you notice that the patent doesn't say much about how the board actually functions, only how it's used and the way it's set up. Some believe that the board is more like channeling our own subconscious thoughts rather than spirits. But either are a possibility and either are just as fascinating. I mention this because, as it would turn out, it may very well have been Helen Peters' subconscious thoughts that actually named the Ouija that night in 1890. She would later admit that during their spirited get-together, she had been wearing a locket inside which was a picture of a woman. The word Ouija, presumably the woman's name was written above her. So somewhere within the recesses of Peter's mind, that name floated about, and perhaps it came through as they used their talking board, as Smithsonian pointed out. It's also possible that Ouija was actually Ouida, the pseudonym for English novelist Maria Louise Ramey, and that Peters had simply misread it. Nowadays, the Ouija board exists under the weight of decades and decades of lore and legend, from the fantastic in movies to the alleged horrific encounters with demons and other unfortunate events. To take a brief macabre turn here, one of the board's early victims may have been William Fuld, who eventually became owner of Kennard Novelty Company. Fuld was said to regularly use the Ouija himself, and when it told him to build a new factory, he obliged. It was at that factory in 1927 that he died in an apparent freak accident. He fell from a roof while leaning against a support, but the fall didn't kill him. He died when, by an odd chance, one of his fractured ribs burst open his heart. That's a heart-wrenching story. I may have mentioned this before, but I've always found it funny how something considered to be so evil, or at best unpredictable, can be found on the shelves of toy stores. A children's board game. Then again, as many would tell you, it's not so much the board itself that matters, but rather what it symbolizes and what it unlocks within ourselves.
Yeah, man. I agree. And yeah, what's it doing in the toy stores, eh?
Yeah.
Well, that was a good article, man. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well, I guess without further ado, Jeff, you got anything else?
I don't have anything today except for nothing.
Okay. Well, in that case, what is that? All right. Dig in. We have the girls of Detroit. Paranormal Expeditions. Brandy, are you there? What is that? Okay. Brandy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Ashley?
Yes, I'm here.
Margie?
Yep, I'm here.
And Rochelle?
Hi.
All right, we got everybody. Yeah, dig it. Oh, man.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That is awesome. Yeah.
You're seeing things running through your head. Who can you call? An invisible man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so where are we going to start, man? There's so much we don't know about a lot of your investigations you've done. maybe you could tell us what was maybe your first or best remembered expedition that everyone may be familiar with?
I'd have to say,
Is this Brandy?
yes, this is Brandy.
All right. What's your favorite then?
My favorite would have to be Madison in Ohio. And that was more with our experiences there. I mean, we've heard so many noises and shadow figures, and we've actually caught a video on our website. If you go on our website, you can see the video. Todd was messing with his phone, and he had caught a shadow figure running across the room, just out of nowhere. And he wasn't even intentionally trying to catch anything. He was just messing with his phone.
Well, that's usually the best ones. It's unintentional, right?
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, for me, that would have to be my best one.
Cool.
The other girls, I don't know about theirs. I mean, but that was mine. I love that one.
For me, it was up in the UP, up at up in Caspian.
That's Margie. Margie, is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a bit about that.
Just that we had a whole lot of action, so to speak. For me, it was the most active. You know, Brandy's a medium, so she gets a lot that way. And Ashley and Rochelle are too, and they get that. So for me, just being the one who doesn't get it, that was the most active for me. We had equipment flying off sofas and
oh wow,
things walking around out in the snow that you couldn't see, and it was great.
Yeah, that was intense.
How did you all like meet up? I mean, who was the first to meet who, and how did the rest of you guys meet together?
It actually kind of went to where I knew Todd. This is Brandy. I knew Todd before any of them. We were friends on Facebook, and then he introduced me to Jeff. And then we got the team started with us three and then Jeff's sister, which is Jenny. And then I ended up meeting Margie. Margie joined the team. And then just from there, we just started adding them in. So
how many there are you?
I believe
12
there's
now?
11 of us.
Oh, I thought,
Wow.
well, 12 because Tina today.
Well, yeah, 12. We just added Tina today. So yeah, there's 12.
We're an international team now.
Wow. When did you guys first start?
It was back in December.
Well, no, because Madison, wasn't that in November? The end of November?
It could have been, but I thought, like, as a
I don't know.
team, it was December.
Quite honestly, it's been a whirlwind.
We've been busy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
How many cases have you guys researched?
Oh gosh.
Oh, I don't know. We've been
or,
out almost every weekend, and I
Wow.
tell you, they start to run together after a little while.
Is there
This is our
anyone
actually first weekend off.
in particular that sticks out?
The Masonic downtown was really like a gem. You know, you get to go back in history and check all that out. But like I said, my favorite was up north in the UP.
Okay. When did this happen?
About a month ago, Brandy?
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
How many of you were there?
All of us.
All four of us. Yeah, all four of us that you have on the phone were there, and we all
Did
had
you guys
different
record
experiences.
anything? Is there any recordings of this?
Yes,
Yeah, we're going to hang on to them until we present them to the Historical Society, and then I think it'll be in July. But
What is
once
the-
we
what
do
is
that,
I mean, for some of us that don't know, what is UP?
Oh, the Upper Peninsula, Michigan's
Upper Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula.
Okay, I mean, we have listeners from all over the world, so.
Forget about that sometimes.
How long did you guys spend up there in the Upper Peninsula?
Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, the weekend.
When did you guys experience anything, and what time of day was that?
Oh
All
God, you know
times a
what? To
day.
be honest with
Yeah.
you, I think we've experienced things like from the time we woke up to the time we went to sleep.
Wow.
I mean, it
So
was just
pretty much like.
Yeah, it was
And-
insane.
and
Like
What
me
kind
and
of things
Margie-
were there? Like sounds or sights or smells?
Well, with me, this is Brandy. With me, I would hear a lot of the footsteps outside, and I felt like something was like rushing at me. And because there's so many buildings on that site. It's, I don't know if you're familiar with like a greenfield village down here in Dearborn.
I have no idea.
It's like a little historical village.
Right.
Okay.
And they have these cabins. Well, I kept hearing these noises. Well, the girls are like, well, let's go check these buildings out. Well, there was these log cabins. And so we walked towards a log cabin because that's where the noises were coming from. And I'm just like getting this feeling. I'm like, you know what? I just have a feeling that I should not be going any further than this. Someone's telling me not to do it. So
were
I
you
didn't
able
go
to
any further
record
than
any
that.
of these sounds?
Pardon me?
Were you
I
able
don't
to
think we
record?
recorded the footsteps in the
Not
snow,
the
but
footsteps.
I
Okay.
did capture some pictures with orbs outside when I kept hearing the crackling noises outside.
So was everybody able to hear the footsteps that was around, or was it just you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, everybody! Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean,
And did they all feel the same way that you felt, like that same type of feeling?
Did you guys feel that rush,
I
like
did.
something
I
was coming at
freaked
you?
out.
I don't know.
I
By the
know.
end of the night, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to smoke my cigarette. You stay over there and mind your own business, and I'll mind mine.
She did
What-
too. Well, a couple girls did feel it.
What type of equipment do you guys use for recording?
Oh, we have all kinds of digital recorders, Sony's, Olympus.
Like video, audio, or
Yeah, video, audio. We have a DVR system.
what?
Yeah,
What
with the
about the
IR.
infrared? You
Yeah,
got
with
the-
IR.
Bought an infrared camera that we'll be able to use.
Wow.
We also have like 3 GoPros that are set up for IR, and what else do we have? EMF readers.
Do you use
EDI readers.
the laser grid thing?
No, but actually, I'm getting one before we go to Waverly
It
That
works
is
pretty
definitely
good
a
for
must pick
picking
up.
up. Yeah, it works pretty good
because
for
I'm going to
picking
go
up.
sit in that death tunnel and
You can
see
see
what I can
shadow
see.
creatures very well. Apparently, pretty good with those. I don't know. It puts a laser grid all over the wall, so if something interrupts the lasers, then you know there's something in front,
Right.
and you see it getting interrupted, but there's nothing there. Then you
So you guys mentioned you guys saw orbs, right?
I think
Yeah.
that
Is it
was
there that you-
Rochelle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And what what color and how big were they?
One of them was pretty big, and one was blue, one was green, and then the rest were white. In one
Did they
picture,
did
Go
they
ahead.
move? Do they
yes,
could you see them move?
We'll do it in a series of 3, so you could see them not there, then a ton of them there, and then some of them would just dissipate, and you'd only catch 1 or 2.
Wow, and everybody saw these at the same time?
No, everybody saw them on my camera, but not
Not with
because
the
you can't
naked
see them
eye.
with your own eyes.
Really?
Oh,
So it's
sometimes
the
you can.
camera that- Okay.
So these were like a whole. You seen a whole bunch of them in one frame?
Yeah, when I was taking pictures inside the building, like I said, I always take a series of 3. I was walking into the back part of the historical museum, and I took them. There's probably 10 of them there. In the 2 frames before and after, there's nothing.
That's you, Rochelle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just so the audience
And I
knows
haven't
who's
posted
talking.
them yet because like I said, we can't post anything until we give the evidence to the historical county.
So that was like an orb orgy.
Rochelle, you should tell them the story about when you guys went to the Cocapelli's.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That's really good.
Ashley and I were there. It's a lady has like crystals and
She's a metaphysical shop in downtown Howell.
yes, thank you.
Yeah. So basically, we had went there and we investigated actually last weekend. And we actually were able to talk to a guy and do the research on him and found him from like 1836 when he came here from New York. It was pretty crazy because he gave us his full name and what around the year he came here, and it all met up with all the archives that we found. So it was pretty crazy.
And
then we
along with
also,
some other
Rachel was
names
taking
that we
pictures and
found
we have a
through the historic records.
Yeah. And how shit.
Do you have any childhood ghost experiences before the group formed?
Good question.
yes.
Good question. Anyone
Who
can
do you want to
answer.
start with?
Yeah, okay, let's start. Start with Ashley.
Pretty much my whole life, I guess. I've just sort of been, I don't know, pretty much like every place I've ever lived has had activity, regardless of where I moved. Because I moved around a lot as a child, and every place we've ever been has just been active. So I guess it's kind of like a sense like, is it really the home, or do they just sort of like follow me around? I don't really know. Just weird things all the time, like, I don't know how to explain it, there's just spirits, like, all around me all the time, so, like, I'll feel like people sit down next to me, some people touch me sometimes, I'll just feel their presence around. I just tend to ignore it more than anything, though, just because it happens all the time, and it's just draining, I guess, so I feel like if I don't give them attention, that they'll just go away. And usually they do, so.
They don't go away from me, damn it.
Yeah, I just ignore them. I'm like, okay, I heard you, but I'm just going to pretend I didn't. And you'll leave.
Do you get a lot of EVPs that you hear afterwards that you didn't realize you thought you might have been alone, but when listening back, or?
You know
Yes.
what, to be honest with you, I'd have to say we get a lot of our EVPs when we're talking amongst each other and we're not trying to get the EVPs.
Yeah, that's what I find too. I get them on the show here. Listening back to my shows, I'm hearing them. So, Brandy,
Yeah.
what about you when you were young? Did you have any experiences when you were young?
This is Brandy. Yeah, I'd have to say mine goes back to where I was 4 years old, and I would see every night in the corner of my room a guy. He had to have been maybe in his 50s, 60s, and he would always stand there and just stare at me. He had a long white hair, a white top hat, a white cane, white suit, and he would just stare at me. And I remember just screaming for my mom, and my mom would never come up because she couldn't hear me because I was all the way upstairs. And then as I got older, I ignored my abilities, and maybe when I got in my 20s is when I opened back up again, and I started experiencing more, and that's when I started using more of my psychic medium abilities and started doing my work after that.
So, Brandy, as a psychic, are you able to, I guess, communicate with some of these, entities that you experience, or do they seek you out more than other people, more than your other like investigators?
Yes. I can hear them, see them. I can smell things. I can even taste things at some point in time. I can
Wow.
pretty much do it all. And they.
What have you like heard, or what have you? I guess what have you smelled? I mean, give us some examples
if I'm doing
here.
a reading for somebody, or if I'm doing an investigation, I can smell like cigars. Like if they smoke cigars, or at one point in time, I'm like, okay, I can smell cologne. Did they wear this kind of cologne? Or it's just like different kinds of smells. Like, or there was a fire here.
Taste.
Like if there was a fire in the building, I'm like, okay, I can smell smoke. Was there a fire here?
Wow.
And you said you could taste things?
Yeah, I can taste things. It's weird. Like I can get like a like just with readings and stuff like that. If I'm reading for somebody and say their grandmother used to make them lemon bars or something, I can get the taste of lemon in my mouth.
What if they were a sex addict? Do you smell that?
I don't know. I haven't. That hasn't came across yet, but I don't know. That's interesting, to be honest with you.
well, we had a guy on that could always smell fish in his room, so I was thinking, but then it turned out to be a fishmonger.
Yeah, if there's fish in there's some issues.
Oh wow. So, I guess who's kind of like, you guys have like a is I guess Todd's not on with this, but he's does he kind of he started it with one of you, or
Jeff? Him and Jeff.
Jeff did.
Yep.
Him and Jeff started it. Okay.
And then I think Brandy and Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay. And how
they were the original four.
How do I guess Brandy? How did you like somehow expand your like your psychic abilities, or how did you strengthen them?
The way I've done it is, I always say practice makes perfect. I just kept doing more readings. I opened myself up more. The way I open myself up more is to be relaxed, no stress, none of that. I drink a lot of water. I ground myself. That's basically about it, really. I mean, I practice more, open myself up to the room. I can go into a building and shut myself off and be like, okay, I'm not doing
right.
nothing here, but then I can open myself back up whenever I want to.
Is it from your experience? Do you think that women are more susceptible or more sensitive to psychic phenomenon compared to men?
I'm getting offended, and so's Adam.
I mean, it's just your opinion. It's not a fact.
Why don't we go back, Jeff, to it's Marg's turn to tell us about her childhood experiences.
Oh, about my childhood?
Yeah.
Nothing like the other girls.
Just
a weird kid. Just a weird kid who liked anything spooky and scary, and
what was like your first?
A few experiences. I knew Grandma passed away before anybody told me. Seemed like people like to say goodbye to me. Had a landlord that said goodbye before he left, and other than that, it was, as I look back now, I can say, oh well, maybe that was a paranormal thing, but a lot of little things over the course of the years. You know what I mean?
And is that something that you attract? Or actually, I'm sorry. Can you tell us, is is it okay if you tell us more about your grandmother? And
Oh, my grandmother. She.
yeah,
Oh.
or I mean, like
Uh,
your experience with her, telling you she left, and what did she say?
oh, it wasn't like that. It was just I was at a babysitter's house, and we were just playing in the front room like we always did. And I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and I don't know. I just sat down on the couch, and I knew she had passed away, and just kind of sat there and was quiet till my parents picked me up, and they sat us down, and they said, "We have to tell you." And I just said, "Grandma passed. Grandma died." That was about it. They thought the babysitter had told me, but she didn't. And then later in life, I got in trouble with a credit card. And my parents had found some bonds my grandma had saved for us. And it just so happened to be the right amount that I owed on the credit card for those bonds, and got me out of trouble. I don't know, could be coincidence, but the timing was just all too on spot.
It sounds like a manifestation.
We lost
That
Brandy.
sounds like a
Her call
manifestation.
dropped. Can anybody pick her back up?
Yeah. Who's that?
Brandy's call dropped. She asked if you guys could add her back.
Okay. What the heck?
The good old days.
Okay. What about Margaret? Are you finished there? Maybe Rochelle, could you fill us in on your?
I'm sorry.
If you got any childhood experiences paranormal?
I did not. I'm probably the only one in the group that really didn't have anything. It didn't start happening until I actually met Ashley. We worked together, and I've always been super interested in it. And then we just got to talking one day, and we started investigating a few places on our own, and weird things happen to us when we're by ourselves.
All right. I'm trying to add Brandy back in. It's ringing her. Oh, mystical things are happening. Welcome. Welcome to the Monster Castle. It is not working. I will have to experiment in my laboratory. Okay, let's see. I'll try one more time. Let's see now. All right. Well, it keeps failing. That's strange. Oh, well, I'll keep trying. I don't know why. Why would her call drop?
The ghost did it.
The ghost in the machine.
Let's blame the ghosts. Yeah. It's all their fault.
Always.
Oh yeah.
You right. Yes. Okay, add call. I'll do it this way. Anyways, what's Marg? What's your? Should I call you Margie or Marge?
Either way.
Okay, what's your most memorable, maybe scariest investigation? Could you tell us about?
It was before DPX, but it was Crown Point, Indiana, the old Lake County Jail. And we were up on the top floor. 3 of us walked in. And it's just a row of cells. Anyway, we walked in, and one of the girls said, "I don't like it up here. It's too creepy." And I turned around and I looked at her. I said, "That's why we're here." And she says, "No, let's go." Well, I was the first one walking in. So when we turned around to leave, I was the last one walking out. And I got tapped on the back. And I wanted to stay, of course, and they're all freaked out and they didn't want to. So That was before I got brave. Now I just wander off on my own. But and then let's see what else. After that, there was a moment in the main floor. We were going up the warden's staircase. I think there was 5 of us, and smell of fresh baked chocolate chip cookies out of nowhere for about a minute, and then just went away. And we all smelled it.
Are you sure there wasn't like a cookie factory next door to you?
We did. We checked the block. We drove around the neighborhood. There was a neighborhood kind of kitty corner from the jail, and no bakeries. Couldn't find anything that would in the building. You know, that no plug-ins, no air fresheners, no hand soaps. So that was really, really interesting. We couldn't debunk it, and we couldn't say where it came from either. So, but we all witnessed it. That was a personal one. Let's see what else. Try to think of a good one.
Well, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of EVPs. I was on another team, and they have all the evidence, so I couldn't tell you.
So maybe
what kind of EVPs.
It was a nice old lady that made good cookies, and she probably caught on. And she probably caught on fire.
She was one of the first female wardens in the country at this jail. So maybe she liked to bake. I don't know.
She might have caught on fire while she was baking cookies.
She's like, oh, not.
But that was a pretty fun night. I had a good time there. And then Licking County, Ohio. We went to the old Licking County jail there. That was pretty intense and fun and incredible and exciting, you know, one of those kind of nights. I got to watch Tina and Brandy. I don't know, it was wild because their energies were working off each other and enhancing each other in some weird way. And Tina was telling the jail story, one of the jail stories, to the hosts, and their jaws are dropping because, you know, we blind them when we take them somewhere. We don't let them do the history or hear about it. And she recited the story pretty much verbatim. And then Brandy did it with another inmate story. That was something else. What else? We got to work with the Geo Box. That was fun. Those things are pretty wild. I don't know if have you ever played with one of those?
Did you talk about Ouija? Are you talking about?
GeoBox. No, a GeoBox.
GeoBox, no.
It's an enhanced
what is
spirit
that?
box. Enhanced spirit box.
Oh, is that the ones that just play with radio frequencies?
They play radio frequencies, but they're put through some type of guitar amp, I think. I don't know. It's some weird concoction they've come up with in the last couple of years. I know Huff has them out there, and there's a guy named George who built them, and it kind of cuts out all the radio noise you pick up. Yeah, it gives you more white noise, and you're able to hear
sleeping.
Yeah, and you hear more of the response. What's really cool, though, when you get a response to it, you know, or a direct response to one of your questions, you know, you can't help but get excited about that.
Hi, ladies. It's Darren. I made it.
Hey, Darren.
Hi.
Hey.
So you said inmate stories. Like, were you trying to get in touch with inmates that had passed away there, or just were there?
Well, yeah. Both inmates, the stories they recited, both inmates were there.
Do you remember what they were?
One was a lady who had been put in the jail for attempting suicide, and her husband didn't know where to put her and couldn't find a hospital for her, so they had put her in the jail for safekeeping, and she ended up setting herself on fire and dying.
Oh, God, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Whoops.
She was determined.
Did you get in touch with her?
Brandy did. And that was the story Brandy was able to tap into.
Fire or something?
No, but I think Brandy was having trouble breathing. when she was doing that. Brandy, I don't know. She can pick up on everything, so it's. Yeah.
Wow, she picked up on the. Did she pick up on it before they told her about it, or
Oh yeah,
after?
yeah. No, we kept the history from her.
And she just picked up on it, and then you could cross reference.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and we had the host there who knew the history, and as she's telling what she's getting, their jaws are dropping, going, "You're kidding! How did you do that?" You know, they were really impressed. And then Tina, she did the story. She recited the federal agent that was killed in town there, that whole story, and that was damn near verbatim. And there was stuff she couldn't have known because the host had just learned it, and it hadn't really been published anywhere.
Do you remember what those details were?
Oh, that particular detail was he had been shanked under the ribs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And she kept grabbing her chest, like her rib area, and she goes, "Oh God, that hurts." And she said, "I think he was stabbed," or however she said it, and their jaws just dropped.
Oh, I bet.
They asked her. They said, "Can you elaborate a little bit more?" And she tried, and she did. And they said, "There's no way she could have known that. We just learned that." So
wow.
The guy took a beating in the head. She kept grabbing her left side of her head. I think it was left side. And
so he got murdered.
Yeah, he was murdered.
How long ago was
actually, gosh, Rochelle, do you remember what year that was?
I do not, because you guys were off in a group, and then we were with Todd and Jeff, so I didn't even get to hear any of that.
Ashley wasn't there?
Yeah, I recorded most of it on my phone.
No, I was with Todd and Jeff as well, and Rachel.
Okay. I can't get Brandy back on, so if Brandy's listening, maybe you could use the call-in number. I don't know why I can't. It won't add. Let me.
She said that she keeps trying on her phone as well, but it keeps saying that there's something wrong with the account and won't let her log back in.
Huh.
With Skype?
Yes.
Yeah.
If she's not on Wi-Fi, she has to put a little money in there. You have to put a little money in there.
I don't know. You shouldn't have to.
Only if you're not on Wi-Fi.
It won't even let her
log in. She's at her house.
In.
She should be on Wi-Fi.
Well, maybe make sure she's on Wi-Fi. Sometimes that's happened to me.
And also, you may have to just try updating your Skype app itself. It may be that it needs updating. I don't know. Sometimes that works too. Or just exit it. If you're on a laptop or something, just exit it. Like quit Skype. Completely quit Skype. And then reboot Skype. Actually, I should do that on mine, and that should clear it up. Ashley, you'll be off for a second, and then I'll put you back on. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'll do it on my end. I'm going to completely quit Skype on that end.
Okay.
And then I'll have you back on in a second. But you guys are still all on, Marg and Michelle and Darren and
Can
Adam.
I keep asking questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure, go ahead.
I want to know about the second inmate. Not the one that burned herself, but the other one that died in there.
Oh, okay. Well, he was a federal agent. He was sent in.
So that wasn't
sent in to break up prohibition. It was during prohibition. He was sent in to break up the brothels and the saloons. Turns out every prominent person in town was involved in the brothels and saloons. He ended up shooting the sheriff. So they put him in the prison to protect him until they could get him out of town. A huge mob came out, and they beat him, and then they strung him up in the courtyard and hung him.
Oh, and what did she pick up on that one?
She picked up that he had lied about his age, and he did. He had lied about his age to join the service, and then right after the service, he was put into the federal marshal thing. I think that's what it was. Don't quote me.
Well, that's an interesting fact.
Yeah. She picked up on that. She picked up on the pain when they beat his head in. He went blind in an eye from that beating. This all happened in a 24-hour period, so he didn't live long after that. He had gotten shanked under the ribs. That was new information.
That was a bad day.
Yeah. She kept saying he would hide in the corner of the cell because some of the guards would walk by and taunt him consistently. And that was part of the story, and she had gotten that. What else?
Oh, interesting.
And the lynching, you know, she couldn't breathe. You know, she kept feeling like she was being choked, which was the hanging. It was just really intense. It was something to see. I did record some of that with my phone, but my phone kept dying on me. So, you know how that works with electronics.
What made you choose a jail? Was that one of your first places?
Actually, for me, it was a bucket list place.
Okay.
You know, I watch all these ghost hunting shows and, you know, try to see what equipment's coming out and where they're going. And it's Old Lincoln County Jail in Ohio.
Old Lincoln.
I think it's Licking.
Licking? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Old Lincoln County Jail.
Whoa. Licking?
Yep.
L-I-C-K-I-N-G.
You must have had a lot of
Rachel
lesbians.
in the chat room will like that.
I thought it was L-I-K-I-N-G. Oh, anyway.
It's an inside joke.
Let's see. What else?
Any other jails?
We did the Detroit 6th Precinct.
Yeah, we're still working on the evidence on that one. Actually, that's tomorrow's review.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Should we not talk about it then? Can we?
I think Rochelle had some experiences in there. I didn't, but I think Rochelle did.
Well, it was Ashley, it was Brandy, me, Ashley, and Jeff, and all of us did.
You all
we
had
kept sawing this, shadow figure dart across the room. All of us, while me, Brandy, and Ashley got touched. Somebody grabbed Brandy's butt, somebody touched my face, and then somebody, like, cupped Ashley's jaw.
Whoa. Now, is this in the middle of the night? Is the precinct still being used?
No. It's being renovated to do something else, but it's been abandoned.
For, like, years?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of a lot of buildings in Detroit now?
Yes.
Are kind of doing that?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you guys that. I wanted to ask that. What was Detroit like when you were young? Because we hear, like, Detroit's really... The population's really gone down. There's a lot of empty buildings, right?
It has, but they're really rebuilding the city and making it nice again.
This is Ghost Elvis, and I was the one who touched her butt, Brandy's butt. It was me, Ghost
That's
Elvis.
what Geobox sounds like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I knew it was Ghost Elvis. That was him, man. Oh, man.
So our Geobox, they sound like Ghost Elvis. Okay.
I like
That's
it.
great.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to do visual every time I listen to the Geobox now.
Yeah, right?
How do you guys react when you get touched by a ghost?
We all freak out. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't. I'm like, did you?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
Margie's
oh
the
my
only
God, did you
one
feel
that's,
that?
like calm, cool, and collected.
No, I'm running to it. That's all. They're all jumping back and I'm running to it.
Does it ever hurt though? Do they ever pinch?
No.
Or
Have you guys ever got any of those
So far, not
scratches? You never got any of those scratches down your back with the 3 claws?
No, I'll flip out if that happens.
Wow.
Man.
How about any sounds like not like in a EVP, but like a audible sound that was like a...
Oh yeah, Ashley and I. So we just went to Culver's. I don't know if you guys have.
What is?
Was there? We're sitting there.
I didn't.
And all of a sudden, we smelled something, and it was. I can't even describe what the smell was. And I was like, God, I feel really weird. And Ashley said it. She goes, what is that smell? She goes, I'm going to pass out. I looked at her. I about crapped my pants because I'm like, oh, my God, I feel the same way. So we get up to leave, and then we use the restroom before we leave. And I'm washing my hands, and something knocks on the mirror. And I'm like, holy crap, Ashley, did you just hear that? And she's like, no, what? And then it does it again. And I'm like, all right, we're out of here.
Was it like
Ashley?
knock, 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 or was it like a...
It was just 2 knocks. It stopped. I asked her if she heard it, and it did another 2 knocks.
Ashley, you gonna confirm that?
Well, yeah. Well, I got nervous because, like, I was just sitting there looking at my phone, and when I smelt it, and I looked up at it, and I was like, man, I'm about to pass out. I'm like, I smell something weird. And then she just grabbed her purse and was like, we're leaving.
What was it that you smelled?
Why?
What was the smell, though?
It
was
smelled
like a metally...
like burning, like, it was kind of like really
I've
strong,
never smelt it. I don't know. I can't even describe it. It was the weirdest thing, but like a metally
weird.
oil. It wasn't a food smell though, and it wasn't a perfume smell. As soon as we got up though, it was gone.
You know, like the really strong smell of like alcohol, like pure like alcohol, and like it just kind of like takes your breath away. It was kind of like that.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Like, just weird. It was like weird, and then like I smelled it because I was looking at my phone playing with it, and I just like looked at Rochelle. I'm like, man, do you smell that? I'm like, I'm about to faint.
Well, we were also talking about paranormal stuff at the time too, and that's always when stuff happens to us, is when we're talking about paranormal stuff, and all of a sudden something weird will happen to us.
Yes.
I'm just going to start following you two on a daily basis, man. It happens at work. It happens when you to eat, when you're out shopping.
Oh, I forgot about the work incident. That
Stalking.
Oh, that's great.
I want to hear more about the flying objects across the room.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
none of us witnessed that are in this room, so that's what sucks.
Yeah, we can tell you about it, but none of us actually on the phone saw it. So,
where did it happen?
It happened up in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, the museum we were doing, the historical museum, and there's a house. There's a lady who wrote "I Love You Truly." I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now. Her house is on the site, and they were sitting in their living room. It's fully decorated and heated. And they were just goofing around and playing the music that she wrote on their phones. And then they played a Judy Garland tune, which I wonder if it pissed her off, if it was her. I wonder if she had a thing with Judy Garland, you know. But anyway, at that point, you know, they were asking for something to happen. I don't know, knocks, move something, you know, say something. And they had the EMF reader sitting on the sofa, and it went flying across the room off the sofa, hit Lauren in the leg, across the room. And I guess everybody kind of jumped up and screamed, and Lauren came running to the other building. We were all waiting, you know, for them to come back, and she was really shooken up. Todd was shooken up. Jeff was shooken up. So, of course, a couple more of us go running over there and set up some cameras and more recorders and, you know, throw everything we got in there. Let it run for an hour. Jeff and Todd go back. And this part we have on video. They sit down in the living room and they're like, man, I don't know. What did we do? Did we piss it off? And all of a sudden you hear them, or you see them jump up to the middle of the room. Todd grabs his coat and they leave the house real suddenly. And I haven't heard it because the audio's not good on the video, so I got to go over the tapes yet, but they said they heard something run down the stairs, which is just off site of the camera, but it scared them enough. Our two big heroes, you know, they jumped up and they were out of there. Todd came back. He said, he's like, we're done for the night. I'm good.
Isn't that what you're there for, though? It's funny. You kind of want to be there, but then when it happens, you want to leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It really shook everybody up that night. You know, we thought, okay, maybe we just really pissed it off because nobody had done this site before. You know, we were the first ones in there. I mean, we weren't aggravating or provoking or anything like that. No. But, you know, maybe they just weren't used to us paranormal people being there.
You should go back.
Oh, we are in July.
Oh, cool.
When we present all the evidence, but that'll be fun. I'm definitely wanting to go back in that house. We did get EVPs.
How's it feel when something something happens in the house and you're outside and everyone comes
Oh,
running out, but you miss it. Are you
I know, I'm
mad? Are
pissed.
you glad?
Mad.
Okay.
So
No,
mad.
I'm running to it. I'm like, where was it? What happened? I want to sit there and wait for the next thing to happen, but of course it never does.
Man.
And you know how it is with the cameras. They always, everything around the camera, but never in front of it.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna take a break here. I
Okay.
got something sent to me, and this song is really it actually I think I'll put this one on here. This is really groovy, man. All right, this is called Ghost, and it's by an up and coming artist from Florida. His name is Mike Dunn, and this is really good. I hope you guys enjoy it.
She was standing there with long blonde hair in a white dress to her toes. When her daddy drank, the earth would shake and the cracks would start to show. Well, her mama cried, stayed up all night. She was tired and so ashamed. So she tried to pray every old cliche, oh, but nothing ever changed. I just saw her ghost, thought it left me years ago. I just saw her ghost, now she's with me wherever I go. With her makeup on, both guns drawn, she said her sights on me. And I was somewhere lost, pinned to the cross of what was and what will be. Said I'll take that bed. She asked a cigarette, blew the smoke into my eyes. In her dusty haze, I found my better days will be real. Don't look twice. I just saw a ghost, thought it left a long time ago. I just saw a ghost, now she's with me wherever I go. Then the light began to shine on this lonely heart of mine, and the night turned into day, and it slipped away. I just saw her ghost. I just saw the ghost. Whoa,
Back. All right. I think we got Brandy back now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
You sound pretty good.
And then
I do not know what happened.
I don't know
We're
either.
blaming it on the spirits.
That's what I was sitting here thinking. I'm like, it's got to be something. It would not let me log back in.
I blame it
I
on
must,
Stabby.
hacked your Skype account.
I'm messing around with things, and I think I got Ashley back on too now. Hopefully. Yep, I do. Okay, good. Now the line's open again if someone wants to call in.
Okay, I'll tell Ashley to call in.
Ashley's
I'm
on
right now.
I got her on.
Oh, good. Okay, we're all here again.
Yep.
Yay.
So, Brandy, I was telling him about you and Tina and your connection and how you guys were enhancing each other at the jail over at Licking.
Yeah.
How do you say that? Liking or licking? Licking?
I
like licking.
Liking.
I like licking better.
Liking. I think it's liking.
Oh, okay.
Like as in lycanthrope?
Liking.
I like you. I like you.
I
Like
can
you.
pull it up.
Like
You guys,
something.
it's Licking.
Maybe it's leaking.
It might be. I don't know.
Oh. Well, that suggests werewolves.
Yeah.
How is that?
Well, a lycanthrope.
Please explain.
The likings, yeah.
A liking, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's the same spelling, isn't it?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, I can't take Willie's call. It won't
Welcome
let.
back.
I can't add him in.
Jeff.
Old Licking County Jail, Licking.
That's
Yeah,
really creepy, actually. Well, I don't know what to do, Willie. I'm sorry, bud. I can't add your call in. It won't let me. I wish he could use Skype. He used to.
Poorly produced, Wolfman.
That's not my fault. I don't understand because we're using the call in line, and
We got a lot of
but
people on
usually
here.
I can add the call in line if somebody calls in again. I can add another call to the call in line. I don't understand why it's not working now.
All right.
Oh well, maybe
me know.
maybe later.
So
Maybe-
besides jails, have you gone to a lot of haunted houses or any hospitals?
Actually,
well,
we did the Norris
Infirmaries.
Taylor farmhouse.
A farmhouse?
In the city that we live in.
Let's talk about the farmhouse.
Yeah, we did a local farmhouse. It's called Norris Farm, and it's in the city that we live in. And we've actually done that twice. And that actually is one of my personal favorites because the first time I was there, this is Brady, the first time I was there, I had picked up on a man and a little girl. And I always go into a building or anywhere I go, I don't know any history of anything. The guys in the team go in before me. They get a lowdown or they read up on it before they go, and then I walk into it afterwards. So that way nobody's giving me information. So that way whatever I'm getting just by myself.
Right.
Well, I was picking up a male, an older male, and a little girl. And the little girl ended up being stronger for me the first time. And I kept seeing her peeking around corners like she was wanting to play peekaboo with me. And I kept hearing, we were doing a ghost box session and EVP, and Todd and Jeff had asked her what her name was, and I kept getting the name Emmy or Emily. So I continued doing the EVPs and asking questions and stuff. Well, after we were done, we had spoken to the homeowner, and she had said that when she was younger, because it was her house when she was younger, that she would also see this little girl, her and her sister, and they gave her the name of Emily.
Oh, no kidding.
So, Yeah, so, and then I would also pick up the guy, but he wasn't that strong to me at first. But the second time we came around and we did the second investigation, I started picking up on the male, which committed suicide. And he hung himself in the barn outside. So we got names for him, and I got the name Richard, and we caught that on the EVP. So that house, I don't think, it doesn't matter how many times you go back. We've caught so much evidence there. It's insane.
What's the farmhouse look like? How old is it?
It's under complete renovations. I don't know. What year was it built?
Oh, gosh. I want to say the early 1900s.
Yeah, it's been in the family. I think she said three generations.
Like 1950s or something, 1940s or 1950s.
Wow. Okay. So it's a pretty creepy place, or was it not
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You're
standing in the middle of the living area. Well, what I think was the living area, because it's all 2x4s, and you hear audible whispers. Oh, somebody going
constantly
behind you.
Yeah. Were they picked up on the recorder too?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any of these EVPs or recordings?
They're all on our website.
There are a bunch of them on our website. I think that's where we're posting them all.
Huh. Okay.
How do we get to that, Brandy?
Yeah, you just go to our Facebook page and click on www.DetroitParanormalExpeditions.com, and it takes you right to our website, and you can link our evidence. You just go right under the evidence, and you click on the little cross symbol, and it will bring you to all of our evidence, to each place we've been to.
Okay.
And, a lot of times we run what we call a static recorder, just put it in one of the rooms and just let it go all night. Those take forever to get through. You can listen to half an hour of audio, and it'll take you 3 hours to listen just to that half hour.
Do they make computers so that you can scan for any sound? That would sure help out.
We do use a program called Audacity.
Yeah.
And,
if something shows up, you'd see a little spike.
Sometimes, not always. Sometimes, but I think Brandy said it earlier. Things tend to talk to us when we're just talking amongst ourselves, and we're not trying. That's, I think, when we get the most of them.
I think we have some kind of a demonic presence, or else a caller. I'm not sure.
I hope it's a caller.
Hey, Wolfman.
Oh wow, that's Willie. You got a question for the girls?
Yeah, I do. A question, and then I was just gonna get their advice on something. But
that's better.
Basically, what it was, it was about haunted objects and stuff. I know they go to haunted places, but have they dealt with a haunted object, which is kind of what I think I'm dealing with?
Oh, really? You never told me about that.
Well, what it was, I'm sorry?
No, go ahead, hon. I'm sorry.
Well, here real recently, I went down to Arizona, and I don't know why, but I ended up getting this wheelchair, and I brought it back to my trailer here, and I sat it there, and this little thing, I swear, it would kind of move around. I'd turn around, I swear I'd think it'd be in a different space. I thought it was my freaking swamp cooler. But hell, it's wintertime, so no swamp cooler going on. This little chair, it would be facing me. I'd come out the next day, it'd be kind of tilted. So I was getting scared. I talked to my mom. She's pretty religious, whatever. She told me, so I went and I got one of those paintings of the Madonna, and I put the picture in the chair, the wheelchair, and it didn't move around that much. But I was getting drunker than hell, man. And I sat on the picture.
Oh, no.
And so now I'm scared. I don't know. Should I just throw this wheelchair away now? Or I don't know what to do with it, to be honest with you.
You got to give it to Kurt's dad.
Yeah, what'd you get it for? Did you get it for your father?
Somebody stole Kurt's dad's wheelchair today.
Oh, that's terrible.
Don't be giving him a haunted wheelchair.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I definitely believe that objects can have other people's energy. I would burn it.
Yeah, because you're going to pick up anything that's used that's going to have energy on it.
Hopefully that's not on it.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, did you...
Willie, did you steal Curtis's dad's wheelchair?
No, of course not.
Because he lives in Arizona.
That is coincidence.
That is weird, isn't it?
But maybe I'll keep the chair, and I'll just get another framed portrait of the Madonna and put it in the chair, and maybe that'll keep it safe. But anyway, I just wanted to see if the Skype works. It seems like it did. Looks like I don't see your name on here though, Wolfman. But all right,
No.
I'll get off the phone. Thank you for being on the show, ladies.
You're crystal clear. It sounds great.
I think you need to put, if you want to get rid of that ghost, you sprinkle salt if you want to get rid of the possession in that wheelchair, all you gotta do is put salt all around it and cast it out. Just tell it to leave and throw salt on it, throw salt all around it, tell it to leave.
I actually thought about drilling a hole in the middle of it so I could wheel around the yard and go potty whenever I needed to.
There you go. Just set it out in the snow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and if
you can roll around, just keep moving.
Yeah, if you could get your friend to push you around while you're doing that, you can spell things in the snow. Very accurately.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to hang
up. All right,
up.
thanks for calling, Willie.
Thanks, Willie.
Bye.
Bye now.
That's
Alaskan Willie.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that was Alaskan Willie. He's a frequent caller. He was very
it's funny
polite
he
to you
brings up
girls.
attachments to objects. When we were up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan at the Miners Museum, they had some miner hats there that were all donated to the museum for the display. But they believed that there was an attachment to one of those helmets. I think, Brandy, you got some EVPs from back there, didn't you?
Well, they got some EVPs, but that's where one of our really good experiences happened, where we had shut the door and we locked ourselves basically in the room. And Jeff, or no, what was it? It was me, Lauren, and Todd. And Todd had walked to the back of the room. And we had all the lights off, all the sensor lights. We had the sensor lights taped to where that way if we moved, you wouldn't be able to see, like the sensors wouldn't kick on. And they even took, are you guys, I'm getting interference here. You guys are breaking up on me.
It sounds good here.
Turn the breakers off. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's fine here.
Okay. All right. They turned the breakers off. They turned the breakers off, and Todd had walked to the back of the room, and he started asking questions. Well, as soon as he started asking questions on the Ovilus that he had on his phone, the Ovilus had spoken the word X. Well, I went to walk back towards Todd to the back of the room to show him that there was an artifact back there with an axe back there. Well, as soon as I started walking, the motion sensor lights turned on. Well, there's no possible way that those could have turned on because the breakers and everything were off. And we had the sensor lights taped up to where if we moved, they wouldn't kick on because we had them taped.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane. It was we couldn't explain it. We even went over it a couple times to see how it could have turned on, and there was no explanation for it whatsoever.
So you had the power turned off to everything, and then these things are going off.
Yeah, we had the breaker. The woman who works at the society, she had turned the breakers off, we taped over the sensor lights so that way if we moved, it wouldn't detect us moving. So, and the sensor lights had turned on as soon as I started walking back to go show him.
Backup battery.
Oh, Kurt, how you doing, buddy?
Hi.
This is Kurt Green. Have you got a question for the girls?
No.
He calls in with no question. All right. Okay.
Maybe you'll come up with one.
Well, it's 4:20, so 4:20. So he came in at 4:20. Probably tell everyone to light up. Is that what it was, Kurt?
Wow. I didn't say that.
Well, it's exactly 4:20 when you called in, so it's kind of suggesting I thought you were going to tell everyone to get their bongs out and get a good hit going.
I don't do that stuff.
Well, why'd you call in at 4:20 then?
Well, you all nuts. Are the girls in Canada?
No, we're in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, that's where Madonna originated from.
Oh no! Don't even bring her to Detroit, man. She gave up on us and took off to another country. She don't belong to us no more. We don't want.
Yeah, we don't like Madonna. She's
sucks.
part of the Illuminati.
I love Madonna. She's my girl.
Yeah, she's Illuminati.
Yeah.
She's Illuminati. She's
stuck up now.
She's a stuck up Illuminati.
She not though. She loved her hometown.
Then she wouldn't leave. You know who else?
Right.
You know who is in Detroit? That would be Rodriguez.
Who?
Rodriguez.
Oh, Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Man.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Have you guys seen that?
Well,
Great documentary. Searching for Sugar Man.
Oh yeah, you gotta check that out.
He's a superstar in where was he? South Africa.
Yeah.
He had no idea.
Yeah, I have actually heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they found him. They tracked him down. They thought he was dead.
Yeah, I do remember hearing something about that recently too.
What is he? Singer? What is he?
Yeah, Bob Seger.
He sounds almost like Bob Dylan, actually. Rodriguez, a little bit like Bob Dylan music.
He had like 2 albums in like 1970, and they didn't sell anything in America. But over in South Africa, he was bigger than Elvis Presley and the Rolling Stones. And so they tracked him down, and they said, "Hey, by the way, you're a superstar," and he's living in this tiny little apartment, just all run down. And they pull him out of there and they bring him back to South Africa, and he's a superstar, and they fill the whole stadium full of people, and he performs for the first time in years. Wow. And then he went back to Detroit, back to his construction working job, and said, "Here's the pictures of me performing over there." Now he's worth millions. Cow. Yeah, he's worth millions. He's been on Letterman, and after the movie came out, it won an Oscar for Best Documentary. And he even performed in one of those, like the Isle of Wight or something like that, in front of, thousands and thousands of people. It's a neat story.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to check that out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to, too.
Yeah, It's a great documentary. Anyways, should we go back to the ghosts? I wanted to ask about the infirmary.
Which one?
Let's pick the first one. We still have an hour and a half here, so pick one.
The infirmary.
That's strange.
Did we do an infirmary?
Hospital? Didn't you say you did one?
Well,
No,
we all went separately. I went to the Randolph County Infirmary. I was just by myself. And then I think Todd and Jeff went on a separate occasion.
Randy went on that one too, yeah. I haven't been to Randolph yet. I'd like to. We have to do that as a go back.
What do you guys do? Get together like as a group and then choose a location at this point, or?
We just.
Let me cut. Do you think it's good that girls go out at night and look for ghosts. Why you all doing this anyway? My Lord reigns. My grandparents are in heaven. They're ghosts. Praise the Lord. Why you all out running late night, drinking vodka and looking for ghosts?
Good question,
Lord.
actually.
It beats
Can
sitting
you
home
all
watching
do
Letterman.
something else?
Yeah,
Can you
that's
do
true.
something else? There are better things in life than to go out and look for ghosts. My Lord.
Oh,
Ghosts.
all right,
Come
Kurt.
on now.
They must enjoy it, Curtis.
Yeah, I think we lost Brandy again.
Out looking for ghosts. So
Did we?
pretty girls too.
I
They're
think
all
so, yeah.
pretty. Why don't you go to church on
Oh,
Sunday and sing
gosh, Kurt.
Amazing Grace? My Lord. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for your input, Kurt. Now, bye-bye.
No, don't hang up on me. I'll mute myself now.
Okay, thank you, Curtis.
Yeah, what happened to Brandy?
It's actually a really good question, though.
No,
Maybe
yeah,
you guys-
I was just kidding. I didn't hang up on him.
No, I'd like to follow up on that question.
That is a good question.
What do you say to people that say that you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing, and how do you respond to that?
Your grandmother would be upset. Your grandmother.
I thought you were muted.
I don't
Hold on
know
a second.
about that. Yeah, you're supposed to be muted there, sir.
Let them answer. Come on, Curtis.
Most of the people at my work think I'm absolutely crazy. Most of the people don't believe it, so I'll come in and tell them stories or show them pictures, and they are just like, "There's no way, it's not real." Yep, they just think I'm crazy.
Well, you
What do you
are.
think,
Your
Curtis?
grandmother would say so too.
Curtis, do you believe in ghosts?
Curtis, have you ever seen a ghost? Kurt, have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
So is that why you think the girls shouldn't? It must have scared the crap out of you then.
No, when my brother Scotty, that he choked me to death, and I almost died, and then I saw my grandparents in heaven, and he unchoked me, and then I came back. I saw all my grandparents one time.
Unchoked me.
Yeah. How do you get unchoked?
Did you actually die, Curtis? Or did you just pass out?
I did. Yes.
Your
I
heart
saw
stopped?
Yes, I saw all my grandparents. Scotty choked me right up there. He choked me. And,
Now, how
I
many
saw
were past?
a light.
How many are on?
Huh?
It
How many were on the
choked
other
me
side?
and I
All
couldn't
four?
breathe, but then I got unchoked and I was okay, It was all special effects.
Scotty
I wanna know
choked
this-
me. When you choke somebody's neck and you can't breathe, you go to heaven. And I saw all my grandparents. And all of
How
them,
many?
they prayed me back, and Scotty unchoked me, and I came back.
And he unchoked me. That's right. Sometimes I take the unchoking and it's unchoking, It's all special effects.
I can't.
Curtis, did you talk to your grandparents, or did they say anything?
He probably took one of those, if he was choking, he probably took a Viagra and then got it stuck in his throat.
Oh, shut up. No.
Yeah.
Choking me.
Then he had a stiff neck for a week.
And then all my relatives were up there. And they were all praying me back. Oh, no, it's not your time. It's not your time. Pray, pray, pray. And then I came back, and here I am now. God dang, I wish he would have choked me a bit longer.
Is that
Me
how you
too.
felt when you came back?
You could be a zombie.
Huh?
You could be a zombie. I'm thinking.
I might be. Maybe that's what it is.
Do you think you got any brain damage from that?
I might have.
They probably used that Cajun. What do you call that? That black magic. That Cajun black magic.
But that was something, though, when he choked me. That's a true story, though. When Scotty choked me on the porch, and then I saw my grandparents, my greats, all around. White light.
Damn it, Kurt's a zombie. Somebody get a machete.
Did you tell your brother as soon as you came back that you saw your grandparents?
Yes, and I cried, and I ran to the phone, and I called Mammy. I said, Mammy, Scotty just killed me. And I came back, and I called Mammy too. Darren, I did.
Yeah.
That was so real. Forever. I think of that. Every day I wake up.
Did you have 4 grandparents over there?
What?
How many were over there? How many were passed away on the other side?
Like 20. So like all my grandparents were like great, because they weren't dead. My grandparents were dead.
Honey,
yet.
Scotty he's choking Curtis again. Can you stop them?
That's an amazing story. God, you saw 20 ghosts on the other side.
I'm telling the truth, whether you believe me or not.
I know that you tell the truth. So that's why I'm asking you questions. That's fascinating.
I swear, I almost died, and they prayed, and oh God.
So, anyways, you believe in spirits, but you don't think that these ladies should be looking for spirits?
No, they should. Go to church Sunday in their pretty dresses.
God. I'm putting a song on. That's enough.
Just get your best dress on.
What church does he go to?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Ask him.
Good Baptist church would be good. Or a Catholic would be good.
She asked you what church you go to.
Oh, I haven't in ages. But I'm just saying, don't go out and hunt ghosts. Don't do that, ladies. You're so pretty. My goodness, you can do something else. Don't go out and hunt ghosts. Everybody know ghosts are real. My grandmother's...
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Oops.
No.
3 1 3
How do I call it?
6
How do I
1
stop
8
that?
2 7 8
Damn.
0 is not available.
Yeah, it won't.
At the tone,
it
please
will not
record
let
your
me.
message.
Okay,
when you've
there.
finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Whoa.
That's that same lady. You have that same lady. That lady is popular.
You better leave a message, Wolfman.
Damn.
I wonder how much money that lady makes that has that recording. She is all over.
Okay, we're going to go to break
royalties would be
I'm trying to
incredible.
get people back here, and it's not working.
What are you doing, brother?
You want to go to music?
Yeah, I'm
girls, quit looking for ghosts. You don't need to do that in life, my lord.
All right,
There are
Curtis, you
better-
told him.
Sing, be in the choir. Do something better. We know they're ghosts. No worries, but do something.
Damn. Over and over.
It's midnight on the
We're
West
starting
Coast.
to chirp out here.
But don't go to sleep now. It's time for
Now, this
Monster
is
Castle
something special that was
Paranormal
sent
Radio.
in from a fan.
Featuring Wolfman Mike, Jeff the Gray, Adam Shadow, and Darren, the man with 1,000 questions. Now join us as we explore the mysterious nature of our world. Igor, release the monsters from the dungeon.
All right.
UFOs. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio.
With Willie in Alaska. Curtis Green, the Tolleson Wolverine, Eric the Protector of Pacales, and Joe Roop, and Stabby McHugs.
Remote viewing, rabbitoids, glowing orbs, lost treasures, Martian artifacts, Sasquatch, and Wolfman Mike.
It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle, Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show. Listen on TalkStream Live, KTLK, The Fringe FM.
Yeah, baby. Woo! Yeah. It's Wolfman Mike from Monster Castle Paranormal, right? Yeah. I've got some aliens, I guess their heads are blowing up in the backyard here. There goes another one. Oh, there comes another. Oh, head blew up pretty good. This is KTLK Digital Broadcasting, and you are listening to TheFringe.fm. Yeah, fantastic, baby. Can you dig it? All right.
And I want everybody to go to our website, monstercastleparanormal.com, and check that out.
Alright, yeah. Can you dig it? Fantastic. It's your invitation to avoid the nauseation, frustration, desolation, mutilation, degradation. We like to rock, and this is a donation station. Yeah, baby. Go to monstercastleparanormal.com and donate today. Keep us rocking, man.
And we're back. All right. And we're back.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, where were we before we got accused of not? We should go to church.
I don't remember.
Right.
I guess I should go to church too and stop all my investigations, eh?
Do you investigate at all?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. I do household exorcisms for people that their kids can't sleep at night that are being bothered by spirits.
Really?
You can come into my house next then.
Yeah,
My kid does that all the time.
I had the experience when I was a kid. I was tormented by spirits, and we had to consult Actually, we did go to the church. Is where we went. My mother went to the church, learned how to do the.
Wait, are they demonic spirits or what?
I don't know what they were. I would say yeah.
Whoa.
I think they were native Indian spirits.
Oh.
Could be demonic. I'm not sure. Well, we saw this monkey-like face that was in our dreams as well as staring in the windows.
What?
All three kids saw it. Monkey-like face with big fangs, pressing its face up against the glass. But it wasn't physical. It was like it looked kind of smoky. It didn't look quite solid. Like
right.
You know,
that's crazy.
And then
you ever look into the history to see what tribes it was in the area where you were experiencing that?
Well, that would be the Iroquois. But there's no way to tell. There was no history except I didn't find any native people around the area that were able to tell me anything about that particular site. There's nothing in the history books about. Uh-oh, something went flying across the room. What happened there?
That was just me. I dropped my cup.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ash.
Anyways,
flew
yeah.
across the room.
And then my brother and I saw the leaves of a tree outside of that house actually bend and take shape of a face of a native chief. You could see the feathers and everything. You could see his mouth moving, his eyes moving. It wasn't pareidolia. It was so detailed. You could see his mouth moving, his eyes moving. You see the nostrils and the ears, feathers in the.
Oh heck no! Mm-mm.
Feathers in you know what I mean? What do they call that? What they wear?
The headdress.
Yeah. And yeah, it was looking right at us and trying to talk to us. His mouth was moving, but we couldn't hear nothing. But and then it was really weird. Like the leaves bent and took shape. You know, of the shape of a face.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
And I think we were only like, I might have been 10. My brother was 8. Yeah, it was pretty freaky. And
I bet. Did your parents see it too?
No, we went inside and we were screaming. I think. And then we were pointing at it. Somebody came out. I don't remember who came out, but then it stopped. But we had consulted the church, and my mother learned how to do this ritual. Where the priest and her went around the house with salt and cast out all the spirits from the property.
I have a question.
And it worked.
Wolfman, I have a question.
All right.
Who has the metaphysical shop?
Who has the metaphysical?
That's our friends up in Howell, where we live.
Howell.
Close to Ashley and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where they were. That first story they were telling you about getting the property owners, the original property owner's name and his property and all that through Spirit Box.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was your shop. I was going to ask you questions about it if it was.
Well, I'd love to have one. Just got to come up with cash for something like that.
Yeah. What do they have in the shop like that? Crystals?
Yeah, crystals.
Yeah, she has a lot of crystals.
She has a lot of different vendors that make everything. Jewelry, clothing.
Ghost boxes?
Yeah, nothing
no,
like
I
that.
don't. No.
Like dream.
I would if I had one. I would. I'd sell everything.
Wow. So do you have any other? If you what?
Oh, I was going to say, if I could open up a shop, I'd open it right next to a place called Eloise. And I would sell everything. Cameras, recorders, crystals, pendulums, everything. You name it, I'd sell it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You guys should all go in and get a shop. You got 12 people.
That would be pretty cool.
That's true.
It wouldn't be too expensive. Between the 12 of you, you could make it happen. Kurt Green's calling me.
Okay, Rachel's
You
trying
could
to...
have a DPX store.
Looks like
for
Rachel's
real.
trying to...
Yeah,
she's
you
getting
should think about it.
frustrated. So Rachel in the chat room, why don't you just... If you're having trouble with Skype, you can always post your questions in the chat room there. And we'll answer them from there, I guess. Or just use our call-in number.
So
775-990-8447.
when you guys go to these haunted locations, I'm sure they have a lot of ghost stories, to tell you. What are some of the better ones you've heard from the people, or the scariest ones?
Scariest ones. I haven't really myself had a really scary one. I don't.
You have?
No, I
Or
haven't.
haven't?
No,
How
I
about
have
the-
not.
How about these people that you go to? I mean, how do you find out about these haunted places?
Well, like I watch a lot of the shows to see where they're going and
okay.
what's available. You're not going to get residential calls every day, so you try to go to the pay-to-play places. And,
Right.
when you do that, you're usually supporting their restoration or their cause. So the money goes to something good and gives us a place and a chance to investigate. I think the scariest story I ever heard was at Tala. And
Where's Tala?
Yeah, I'm sure Jeff and Todd have scarier stories.
yeah, Tala. It's Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum.
In West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And we had gone there, and Copperhead, he was our tour guide. He was telling us some pretty scary stories about that place, and he was a tour guide for a really long time.
His
He
name's
just retired
Copperhead?
from there. That was his nickname, yeah, Copperhead.
Do you remember any of the stories?
They had a shadow figure, and he had showed us the video of it, and then he had told us a story about one day he was just standing there, and this thing just rushed right up to his face and screamed something at him that he caught on EVP, but that one kind of spooked me a little bit.
Did
And
you
I
go-
mean, that whole place is spooky.
Did you guys go to that place? As a
I
group?
went with another team years ago.
Oh,
I have
okay.
not been to that yet. I would like to go.
Did you guys find anything while you were investigating?
All that evidence is with another team. So
So you can't talk about it?
I haven't heard it, so I never got around to hearing it or seeing it before I left. So
So you guys, what do you do with the evidence once you get it? It sounds like you put it in a...
well,
And
we try
organize-
to organize it and keep files of all the personal experiences we've had and all the EVPs we've captured, any video we've captured, and try to do experiments to see, what are some of the common factors when things are happening, and is it hot, is it cold, is it is it because we're sitting on an iron mountain, or just try to evaluate it, and then what we do get, we put up on our website and ask everybody else what they think or what they see or hear. That sum it up.
It does. Jeff, are you back, buddy? I see his face on our Skype. He's muted.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm
Do
listening.
you have any questions?
Oh yeah, I was like, so everybody kind of does this at their own expense, right? I mean, this is like,
yes,
no one funds your like expeditions or.
Oh, no.
we all
It's all
pay.
at our expense.
And I mean, really, like deep down, why would you do this stuff?
I want to know what it's like after you die. What happens?
I want to know what the hell it is and where it comes from.
And
I think Ashley just wants it to leave her alone.
I think we all have our individual reasons of why we want to do it.
I also really like the history of the old buildings and the stories, and the more you dig, and deeper you get, the better the stories.
And do you think that these experiences and expedition, you think they brought you closer to what you're searching for?
In the last 3 months, yeah, a little bit.
It like brings you closer, but then it opens up more questions as well.
I think it has a lot to do with the combination of people that we have.
Yes.
Yeah, we have quite a few mediums in one way or another on our team, and they either enhance each other or work really well off each other, which I think may bring more energy to our investigations.
I find that it works really well with more than one intuitive person there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Intuitive, thank you. That's a much better word.
And
But,
yeah.
I
I'm not
think
a medium.
we've
I'm
gotten
just
lucky.
spiritually sensitive.
Yeah, and Ashley, you're not speaking much.
Yeah.
Do you think we should
I'm
bring
just shy, sorry.
should we bring Kurt back on? He wants to ask more questions.
Sure, I guess.
All right. You asked for it. Okay, he's coming back. Well, he's a skeptic, so let's have him on. Apparently, he's asking all the questions that everybody wants to know the answers to. So, Kurt?
Let it rip.
Kurt, are you back? Kurt?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Everybody wants to hear another question of yours. The skeptics, they like your questions. They say you're asking the questions that they want the answers to. So, you're on. Give us one of the hard questions, the hard-hitting ones, apparently.
I didn't have a question. I just want to come back on.
Not again.
Are you feeling lonely tonight, Curtis?
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, you got to have a hard-hitting question.
Oh, I don't, though.
From the chat room. Come on, you got it. You were just in there.
I'm just thinking about all the graveyards out there, and all my grandparents too, all of them, all green blood bug trout, there's so many graveyards. So obviously, it's not what we are right now. I'm flesh and blood. I got about 30 years left on this earth, okay? Then I'm going to die. So it's obviously spiritual, joy, love, all that. The Bible teaches that. We're aliens on this earth because we end up dying and our body rots and bugs end up eating us. So, you know what I mean? Something like that. That's all.
Bugs eat you when you're alive, too, man.
They do. A little. I would hate to, to bring up.
I would hate it if you brought up, too, man.
My grandparents are all
Are you going to bring up?
6 feet under, and they're the bodies. I would hate to see my grandmother if we were to bring her body up. My Lord.
Man, I would hate it if you brought up all over you.
We're not what we are right now. Our life goes on. Oh, girls.
Man.
I saw a video where they took all the old videos of the kings and queens that they, what do you call it when you take the grave up? Is it
exhuming.
Exhumed. And it's so crazy to see how they all look so different, you know. Each body, some look mummified, some are total bones, some are just totally disintegrated. And we're all going to end up there, you know, within 400 years will look just like that. It's so creepy.
Oh, somewhere in the UK a few years ago, a tree fell over during a storm and it uprooted a skeleton. Did you guys ever see that?
No.
No.
That was a wicked story.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Just seemed popping out of the ground, huh?
Yeah.
The tree fell over and it totally uprooted the tree, and wrapped in the roots was a skeleton.
Oh. What kind of tree?
Dated it back to
Actually,
1800s.
what kind of tree was it? Do you know?
No, I don't. I don't remember
No
that.
bones about it, man.
No bones.
Because apparently it makes it. If it's an oak tree, then that's a well-known trick on how to disintegrate the bones of someone that you murdered. And you would plant an oak tree on top of the body, and the oak tree actually will eat up the bones.
I wonder if that was.
I'll have to
I've got
look
that
at
was a murder.
Backyard, man.
You got 5
I
new.
looked in the picture. It was like in their front yard in the easement, and
Weird.
like right up near the street.
Yeah, I've never heard that, Wolfman. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's true. And apparently you put lime on the body, and then plant an oak tree, and it will disintegrate the bones.
Well,
it doesn't
apparently
take that long.
it didn't work because the bones were still there.
Where did you learn that, Wolfman?
I can't tell you that.
You can tell
We
me,
have
but
to
then
kill
you
you.
Yeah. Have you guys ever done a graveyard yet?
Yes.
No, I have one on. I haven't. I've got one on the radar for us though.
Oh man, I'm trying.
I love
what the hell am
cemeteries
I doing here?
personally.
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to go out at night? Let's go.
Because she loves cemeteries.
Well, you can't go to the cemeteries after dark. That's just
Some of them you can.
I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
Aunt Barbara
few.
did. My Aunt Barbara, that's what they did as young punks back in the 50s.
Well, yeah, you sneak in, but after dusk, they usually lock them up, and they don't want people back there, and so if you're going after dark, it's usually sneaking, at least around
I think
here.
when I go to a grave, I think it's sacred because when I go to see my grandma and grandpa, and I take scissors and clippers to, and I'm talking to them while I'm making sure their headstone is perfect. But to go there and to try to record ghosts, that's just creepy. Why don't you all do something better than that in your life? My goodness, I love my grand.
Why?
To go to,
That's a good
It's what we
question.
love to do.
huh?
That's what we love to do. Why not do it?
Like Kurt, they like it.
It's
I know,
God's
but I
calling.
want-
What do you do for fun, Kurt? No, wait, maybe I shouldn't ask that. That's a
You're
loaded
looking at it.
question.
You're listening to it.
He drinks a lot.
Don't say that. No, I don't.
And he eats enchiladas on the air.
Enchiladas are good.
Those are good.
Enchiladas.
Tamales or tacos or bimbo.
With some margaritas.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, Kurt has
I'm
his own
getting
radio show too on Sunday night.
Okay, I got a question from the chat room for Rachel. Do you believe in things like karma, demons, or UFOs, or Bigfoot?
Yes.
I do. I do. Actually, I think Bigfoot's paranormal, so
Yes, definitely.
I actually feel like Bigfoot might be like some kind of demonic entity.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Okay, I'm going to answer
Why?
this.
There's been no evidence of Bigfoot. Why haven't they captured Bigfoot yet if
Yeah,
it's
how
not
come nobody's
paranormal?
hunted him down yet?
Right.
Okay, Willie, you're
Or
on.
he's an alien.
Or that. Yeah, could
Hey,
be.
hey, you ladies, you can probably tell from my voice and stuff, I'm pretty manly, but do you ever find yourself in a situation in these dark and scary places where you might need a guy like me, to hang around with you and stuff like that? Or you guys just comfortable without men around, or do you prefer not being around men? What's the situation?
We have two
men.
guys in our group.
I have
Well,
three.
three actually.
3 big guys who protect us.
Yes.
Maybe they need 4, Willie.
Yeah, you still there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The Skype started calling something else weird. Hey, ladies. So you get to go to some badass places like museums and stuff. Have you guys ever stolen anything from any of these places?
Oh, no.
No way.
Or had people in your
I wouldn't want to bring any energy from any place home.
No way.
What's the situation? If I wanted to go ghost hunting with you guys or whatever, is this like a nice way to meet chicks and stuff?
It could be, I guess.
They say shop where your interests are. You never know.
Right.
So you girls would only be interested in guys that are interested in ghost hunting and such?
No,
not
not necessarily.
Oh.
It would be helpful.
True.
It's like paranormal date.
Actually, I've
have you guys
met
ever-
several
you guys ever done-
couples that met during investigations and are hooked up now.
You guys have never hooked up during an investigation?
No. I said I know several couples who have met during investigations who are dating or married now.
No, I mean in the investigation when you're in the dark there. And no one can see you.
No. I can't say that I have anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
That would be creepy.
Someone's not answering.
Doing it in a dark corner and a
Yeah,
ghost
Ashley's
walks up
like,
and goose you.
Someone's being quiet.
Willie's lonely.
I'm trying to figure out.
I guess.
There aren't a lot of ladies in Alaska right now.
Okay, where did I lose Willie now?
Is Ashley
You're
still
having
there?
all kinds of trouble
I'm
with
trying-
Skype.
Yeah, I don't know why sometimes on this call-in line it just messes things up. The other line, yeah, your line's fine. It's this other line I'm having a hell of a time with.
Yeah, I haven't had any interruption or any breaking up or anything on this one.
Well, Kurt's still there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay. Then it was Willie's call that dropped. Wow.
Oh, Willie, though.
And I
How
can't.
Willie?
Okay, so we lost Ashley, and Willie's calling Ashley.
Oh my lord! Yeah, it's
Willie should
Willie's
be
calling
calling
her
it the
directly?
5 girls.
I guess so.
I don't know. See, maybe that's what's messing it up.
Is she single?
No.
Oh no.
I'm trying to add Ashley back in.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, there we go.
Willie's pardon Willie before he calls in. I'm sorry.
At least he got his
mess.
questions in there.
Willie a mess out in Alaska all by himself. Poor thing.
I'm sorry, Willie.
Yeah, that sucks. I can't seem to add Willie in with Ashley for some reason, but I can add Kurt.
Good.
I don't get it.
It's a good thing, I'm sure. The Lord made sure, my Lord. Oh.
I'm gonna try again. Now it says I can do it. Okay, now it's letting me.
No.
It must have been tied to other calls. That's what it is.
He'll holler. He hollers loud, girls.
He's been really good tonight.
Is he?
Yep. He's been really
He'll
good
holler.
tonight. But we got to take a break here. I got another song here by that Mike Dunn guy. You guys want to hear it? Did you like that one?
Sure.
This
No.
one. This one's called Faith Healer.
I want to hear Chain Gang.
I packed my bags and hit the road. I love you, baby, but I got a cold fire. This poor fool doesn't know. Sometimes we on the city lights, gotta get my heart in gear. Maybe I can make it clear. I wanna learn the light to believe. I wanna cover you in gold. Lay your hands on me like a faith healer, and I'm never letting go. I know you tried to do the best you could. I guess I had another plan. Oh, tell me, baby, what can I do? I'm just a solitary man. I never thought that I could lose your heart. I thought I watched you growing old. I should have told you these words from the start. I guess that's how it goes. I still gotta let you know. I wanna love you like a true believer. Wanna cover you in gold. Lay your hands on me like a faith healer, and I'm never letting go. This night is burning like a lonely fever. Why does it still feel so cold? Lay your hands on me like a faith healer, and I'm never letting go. One day you wake up and it's all over. I used to know you like the back of my hand. Where did the time go? We're getting older, and I don't think we'll ever understand. I wanna love you like a true believer. Wanna cover you in gold. Lay your hands on me like a faith healer, and I'm never letting go. This night's burning like a lonely fever. Why does it still feel so cold? Lay your hands on me, I'm your faith healer, and I'm never letting go.
All right. No, I keep trying to add him, but it's not working. I'll let him in for a second on okay. Willie? Hello? He should be there. Willie. Well, he's on. I got 2 calls going here. Willie? Alright, he's not answering. I'll just resume this call then. Wow, oh, it failed. Yeah, it's his end, definitely.
I've got a question.
Okay.
Have you guys ever run into a demonic spirit? More than just a ghost? Something that really was freaky. You thought could be demonic or anything
Me
like that?
personally, no.
How about anybody in the team?
Not
I
that
have
I'm aware of. Have you, Rachel?
No, thankfully not.
What
Do you
about
think
you,
those-
Ashley? Did we lose Ashley?
Yeah, Willie? Okay, that's not working. I'm going to try it back again here. Okay, there. She should be back now. Ashley?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I got her.
Hey, there you are. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Ashley, have you ever run into a demonic spirit?
I'm sure I've came across them, but not like I don't think it's affected me anything. I think maybe not demonic, maybe just like bad entities, but Yeah, I don't think. Well, the house I grew up in, I think was poltergeist activity. Like the first house I ever noticed activity in. I was like 4 or 5.
What'd you see?
Trouble, man.
I cried a lot. Like I remember that. Like I always wanted my mom around, and she never believed me. But like weird things were like always happening. Like I would see like snakes on the walls, letters on the walls. See like
Snakes.
shadow figures in my room. I'd see like these stick people. They literally look like walking broomsticks, and they would always just like bother me all the time.
Damn, I've heard someone else tell me that just recently. Stick people. Where did we hear that? Where did we hear that, man?
I've never heard anybody else.
I've never heard. Ashley's the only person I've ever heard.
We
say
had a
anything about
guest
the stick
on or a
figures.
caller that said the
Yeah,
same
me
damn.
too.
Really?
Just recently.
Yeah, a little more now.
Yeah, it was just a few weeks
Well,
ago.
Yeah, like so. I don't know. I was really young, and finally, like weird stuff would happen to my mom. But you know, like most adults, just kind of brush it off. And I guess one day she put me in my room to clean, and I was crying a bunch. I didn't want to do it. You know, typical 5-year-old kid doesn't want to clean the room. And she said that she walked in there to go check on me, and everything that I owned was on top of my bed. My dresser, my TV, all my toys, everything. We moved out that week. Yeah.
Do you think it was the stick people?
I don't know. I have no clue. But they used to always come in my room all the time. There were always 2 of them at the same time. It used to freak me out. And they'd always be walking to me. And I'd always just, like, cry.
Have you ever seen them since then, or just when you were 5?
No, just in that house.
Just in that house.
Yeah.
Interesting. When did you move out of the house? And why?
After, I guess, all that weird stuff happened with everything being put on top of my bed. So I was probably, like, I want to say, like, 6. So we were there for, like, 3 years total, I think. From, like, probably 3 years old to, like, 6 years old.
Does your mom believe you now, or has she passed away, or?
Oh, no, she said, no, my mom's still alive. No, she believes it, 'cause she said weird things would happen to her all the time, too. Like, one day, I guess she couldn't find the toaster, and then she ended up finding the toaster, like, 2 months later, locked away in a, luggage. And she said just weird things like that would happen.
Did you sell the house because of that
right?
activity?
Yeah, we actually rented the house, but the house was built right in front of our backyard was attached to a funeral home. So it kind of makes me think, like the guy who owned the funeral home was the guy we were renting it from, and we shared a backyard with the funeral home itself.
Well, then. So you were renting a house from somebody that ran a funeral home?
Yes.
Oh, my. Okay.
That is creepy, Ashley.
Yeah, I don't really like to talk about that, which I don't really tell people that, because everyone just thinks it's so crazy, but that was my first experience ever.
No, I believe you. I truly believe you. You're fine. Wow.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
So what did the other people say about the stick figures? Now you've got my curiosity piqued.
Yeah, who was that, Wolfman? Somebody was talking about stick people. I thought they were tall, though.
Yeah, they are. They look like broomsticks.
I can't remember either, but I think it was somebody that called in.
You really saw stick people as a child? Are you serious? Are you telling me the truth?
Like shadow stick people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You were a child?
Yeah,
You
I'm going to
saw
have to
stick
listen back, but we had a caller or a guest on not too long ago. Maybe someone can help me out on this, but...
And you wouldn't lie, right? You wouldn't
So
lie.
Yeah.
I believe, I have to believe it because it's the second person that's told me this in the last month. I can't remember who it was, but I will find out.
I want her to say
shadow
that she
people, and
would
now we
not
have
lie
the
about
stick
that.
people.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Hat Man, like it's tall and skinny, you know.
I mean, the Slender Man?
Slender Man, yeah.
Slender Man. That's
They
it.
call but the real thing is Hat Man, and this entity. There's more than one of them, and the natives even have a name for this thing. It's been around a long time before they called it Slender Man. I'll tell you.
Huh.
It's the same thing.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, you can ask the natives about it, and they'll tell you about it if you're.
Well, even on ancient rocks, there's stick man. There's
Oh,
so many
yeah.
ancient rocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Petroglyphs.
Yeah. There's so many. There's stick men.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Girl.
Rochelle from the chat room is saying, if you're a
weird.
stick person, you better be afraid of the Blair Witch.
Oh no. That's
And
I never
Bigfoot.
saw that show. I never
And Bigfoot
watched
too.
it. I
Yeah.
never watched it.
That's right.
Well, she made little stick things.
It's
Yeah.
too bad the stick people didn't help you clean your room when you were little.
Right.
Well, they did. They put it all on her bed.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they were
Blair Witch
sweeping the
was all
floor.
fake though. Remember, it's all fake.
It's all
Don't
picked up
fall
now.
into
It's on the bed.
Blair
Man, that would be
Witch.
my dream come true to have a ghost that would help me clean house.
Heck yeah.
Well, it
The
could
room's
be.
all clean.
It could be fairies too. Like fairies are known to in folklore to move things around in your house and
Right.
and
Yep.
hide
Oh,
things
that is
on you.
true.
Hide things on you and stuff.
Have you guys ever had one of these ghosts follow you home?
Yes.
That's them guys.
See what you do? Why
Please
you
tell.
do that?
It sounds like
Mine
you all
was-
have a.
Yeah, from when we went up to Iron Mountain in the Upper Peninsula. And it was really funny because I get weird vibes when I go into houses. Like I'll feel different feelings for each place that I go to.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I saw this sink, and it was back from the 1800s, and I don't know why, but I was
in the
so drawn.
house.
Huh?
That was in the same. That was in
It
the
was
same
in the house, yeah, where all
Yeah.
the activity happened. But I saw the sink, and I don't know why, but I just felt the need to touch it. So after we got home, I felt really off. I felt like I was being watched, and I just knew there was something there. So I don't know if you guys believe in psychics, but I have this psychic group, and I asked her, I said, hey, I'm going to send you a picture. Do you pick up on anything? So she described the inside of the house to a T and said there's a lady, and her name was Akili from back in the 1800s who used to be a maid there. And she was just nosy, and she wanted to follow you home.
Wow, did you ever look into whether there was a maid named Akili there?
We will
We're
when
still
we go back.
researching. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. That would be so fascinating to find out.
See
Yeah,
what
Todd
you
and Jeff
end
had
up
one,
having
too,
come
from
home with
Randolph.
you.
I'm sorry,
Who
what
else
was
had
that?
Who else had a ghost
Sorry.
trailer?
Jeff and Todd, when they did Randolph Infirmary, strange things happened when they both came home. Both their car batteries died. They both had shadow figures standing at the foot of their beds.
When they went to sleep that night?
Yeah, I think it was the night after is when they noticed it, and the car batteries, I think, was the next day. But I mean,
wow.
I think Todd said he had just put a new battery in. He recently.
Did they do anything to get rid of them when that happens?
Yeah, I think they did a house cleansing, and since then we've adopted, cleansing ourselves and saging ourselves before we leave an
that's
investigation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Willie.
We don't want to take them home.
I don't blame you.
Okay, Willie,
Unless
are
it's
you
that
there this
stick man.
time?
Did you fucking hang up on me last time, Wolfman?
No, I can't figure out what's going on, but I got you back anyway. I'm having trouble with this line. You got a question again?
Yeah. Have any of the nice ladies there, or have any of them had kids yet?
I have grandkids.
Oh, wow.
I had to put
So
Ashley
that's a
on
yes.
pause to take your call.
Yes,
So
yeah, we all have kids.
Oh. Oh, I'll be. I didn't mean to boot her off. I'm sorry. Hey, all right. I had a question then. There was a situation a while back where there was a gal. I don't know, maybe like 4 months pregnant or something like that. Enough where you could see a little bit of a bulge. Anyway,
baby bump.
She's hanging out here. Yeah. She's hanging out here and night of drinking, whatever. She's sleeping, passed out, or whatever the hell. I get hungry and shit in the middle of the night. And so I take the comforter and I put it over the little bulge part there. I got some bread. I got some damn cheese. And I put it there because it would settle nicely. And I put an iron over it to make a grilled cheese. And I'm wondering, will that do any damage to the baby that she was carrying?
Oh, what's happening?
What?
Okay.
Is this real life?
I think your Skype is possessed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we even answer that question? Is he still there?
Yeah, I think it would.
I think it would burn her belly.
Yeah.
No, I put a freaking comforter over her. I wasn't freaking burning anybody's damn belly.
Enjoy that toasted cheese.
Damn.
And
oh, well.
There was a wet spot that came from that. And I don't know if that was because the warm iron made her pee herself or was it from the sex that we had earlier.
Oh, my God.
Because it was a wet spot and I fucking turned around and I did it right. But she peed in my bed.
Oh.
That's messed up. No, I mean, I don't know what pregnant girls do. Does a pregnant girl, once you can see the baby in the bump, are you prone to pee in the bed, or is that, or did I do a good job with the sex?
Oh, man. I don't think that has anything to do with ghost hunting.
Yeah, I think you got the wrong number.
All right. Is Curtis still there?
It's scary.
Okay, hang on a second.
Did we lose Curtis?
Yeah, I'm trying to add them back here.
Bring back.
I'm trying.
Brandy, is it?
I'm trying to add him back in. Okay, there we go.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you, bro.
That was an interesting question, but I don't think that applies to anything to do with ghost hunting.
No.
Are you there, girl?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool.
Yep.
Me and her and I get put off together, just her and I. What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley and I get put off aside together.
Yeah, I thought Willie had it was the only way I could take Willie's call, and then it turned out to be a
very weird call.
Yeah.
Willie.
Well, I couldn't add him to you guys, so I just put you on hold to take his call for a second, and then I put you guys back on. That's the only way I could do it.
Curtis, did you guys have a good conversation?
I was trying to make Ashley. Did we talk all right? We had a good conversation.
Poor Ashley.
Oh, man.
Well, next.
No wonder she's
I won't
so
do it
quiet
again.
tonight.
Oh, Ashley. I'm tired of Curtis. He bothers me.
Where do you guys think we go after we die? Do you think we become ghosts like these poor souls that you guys keep bumping into?
We bloom. The Lord said.
I don't think everyone does.
Yeah, I don't think everyone does either.
Just the people that died a horrible death or something?
I'm not sure, because when we've done like spirit box sessions, you will ask them if they're stuck, and some of them will say, yes, I'm stuck here.
Yes. And then some of them won't. I think some people are like waiting on something, and then some people just don't know the way.
One lady told us that she was stuck because her baby was here.
Yeah.
She wanted to be by the baby or the child until it was.
Baby.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you any of you girls?
There's 50 other different, there's 50 different theories. So.
Have any of you girls ever seen, like I have, like an orb or a bunch of them flying around, say in a cemetery or by some tree, or have you been approached by one? I've talked with a lot of people that have seen these like basketball-sized orbs like float right up to you.
Like
I've seen one myself.
With your naked eye or with photos?
No, with your naked eye. I had one come right up to me.
I have never seen one with my naked eye.
I
Always
had
with
one
my
come
camera.
right up to me, 3 feet away from me, and hover right in front of me.
That would be awesome.
I have a couple times, but not anything big. But like out of the corner of my eye.
I followed a
Nothing.
bunch of them one time.
Really?
Down to an old,
Yeah.
a really old cemetery that was really freaky. And I called it out.
Yeah, I probably would have ran.
Well, when I called it out, one of it looked like a firefly, but it wasn't blinking. But it flew up to me, and then it expanded out into this red ball that was like basketball sized, and it looked
Oh
like
my God.
like a
Are you
fire.
making this up?
No, not at all. It's a true story.
Holy crap.
And
Yeah, I don't know what I would.
I did run.
I would probably.
I'd be
Scream.
screaming at myself because I know I would not have a camera ready.
Oh, I know. I didn't have a camera at all at the time. I don't think I even had one. But yeah, I went by this old cemetery, and there was also like a ground fog that was all coming off of this cemetery, just like almost like a boiling ground fog. But there was no fog anywhere else except in this little cemetery.
That sounds like a great movie. But I don't know.
Yeah, it really happened though. Oh, I was scared when that thing turned into a big red orb and like right in front of me, 3 feet away. I could have stuck my hand in it.
You saw a big red orb 3 feet in front of you? Are you telling that on God's green earth?
I swear on my grandpa's grave, it's true.
Well,
I followed these things that looked like fireflies down past the old cemetery on the farm, and then they went in this.
Were you drinking?
There was a hawthorn bush.
Were you drinking? Or
Well, I
on
was
drugs
drinking, but I
of
wasn't
any kind?
hallucinating. I wasn't
Drinking,
hallucinating.
drug, what were you on?
I had a few beers. I had a few beers. I had my kid there, though. I wasn't drunk. I had a few beers by the campfire, and
Did the kid? You said your child was there too.
yeah, he didn't come with me down the road though.
Did he see it too? Then
They saw the fireflies that I was following, and they weren't
did
blinking,
he
and
see
it wasn't
the big
fireflies.
red orb? If you saw, if there
No,
was
that
a
was
big red
no, that
orb,
was by the time I got up to that old cemetery, it was like a quarter mile down the road, and the boy didn't
Judge
come with
Judy,
me.
Judge Judy, I'm trying to be Judge Judy. What? Well, if you saw a big red orb and your child was there with you, he would have saw it too, right?
No, he didn't come with me, Kurt. He stayed at the campfire. I went by myself following these fireflies, but it was not firefly season, and they weren't blinking.
Oh.
And you were wearing a robe and a staff.
Yeah, I had a robe on, and I was carrying a staff with me in case of wolves or coyotes around. Yeah.
Like Moses
Yeah.
cured. And then what happened after the big red? What happened then?
Well, I first wanted to stick my hand into it, and then I got terrified and I ran away.
Then what?
Well, I turned back. I ran about 200 feet down towards my brother's house, which was closer. And I turned around. It was still right there at the corner of the woods, like it was if it was waiting for me to come back.
Explain the shape, the detail of the red orb. What was it in the sky?
No, it wasn't in the
like
sky. It was right in front of me. It was floating about 4 feet off the ground, about
What did it look
chest
like?
level to me.
What shape was it?
Round,
Did it have
perfectly
light?
round sphere. It had a kind of like almost looked like fire going around, like a plasma field around it.
A wheel. Was
Yeah, did it look like a wheel?
No,
Was it a square or a circle?
no,
They
absolutely
look
spherical.
perfectly circular.
Perfectly spherical, and it was semi-transparent.
Yeah.
Did it blink?
Yeah.
It was really colorful,
Was
like
it
a
always
wheel in the
red,
sky.
or did it have a pulse?
It was slightly pulsing with a sort of like almost looked like fire around the outside of it, like, but it didn't give off any heat.
Ezekiel chapter 1.
Oh.
Period. Another instance of that. A little, hey, psst.
Yeah, I can't tell you what the hell that was, whether it could have been something alien, I don't know.
Angel of the Lord was. You read Ezekiel chapter 1.
Could be.
I've never seen one in red, though. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we had somebody else
when was
tell us
that?
about
How long ago?
In the same area.
How long ago?
That's
what year?
Geez, that was probably about
2012?
six, yeah, around there, yeah. Yeah, it was around that year.
Date? You know the date?
2010. No, I don't know the exact date.
You gotta find out.
I should have wrote it down at the time. I didn't really think. I didn't think I'd forget the date, but then you do after a while.
Numbers are so important. The date, the exact. I mean, what? Oh, you don't know. Dates are so important.
Well, I know it was late summer.
No, the date, the exact day. I know
No,
the girls
I don't
may
know
know
the
that.
exact date.
Days are important.
Freaked me out, man.
Exact.
At the time, I
Have you
was
ever
so
seen a
shooken up.
apparition?
Hmm.
Other than your monkey face in the window?
I've seen a lot of shadow people. But thinking of oh yeah, in the middle of the daytime, we seen a whole bunch of them. Yeah, we seen a whole bunch of them, and it was at that same little cemetery when we were hoeing tobacco, and there was a whole bunch of people coming down the road, and they were wearing like 1800s clothing. And we thought it was some kind of a special day that they do some kind of memorial thing. And they went to this little cemetery and putting flowers on the graves. And everybody, there was 11 witnesses. And they were waving to us. And we were about halfway up the row, Tobacco Row. So that's about 400 feet away from them. So anyways, we went a little bit further and we turned around and they were all gone. And then when we got down to
check this place out.
And it is all flat ground there, so they couldn't have gone anywhere without us seeing where they went.
And the flowers weren't
we
there
can see
either.
for miles around. There's nowhere for them to hide. We would have seen them walking back the way they came, or some other way.
And when you saw, you managed to pick up all kinds of details, didn't you?
Yeah, this was.
I mean, the way they looked, the way they were standing, what they were doing, all those details.
Yeah, and
that's how it was for me too.
Putting flowers on the graves, and then we went back down there, and there was no flowers on the graves.
Oh wow!
No
traces. I was driving home one day and drove by a vacant house in my neighborhood and saw a lady standing in an old house dress, like your grandma would wear. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And just standing there on the porch holding something in her hand. And I looked back because I knew the house was vacant, thinking somebody moved into it, and there was nobody there. So every day I drive by this house, I'm like staring at it, waiting to see her again. But I did. I picked up so much detail in that split second. What she was wearing, what kind of hair she had, well, she's holding something.
Flower dress, probably.
Yeah.
Dang. Hey, dang. There are a lot of graveyards on this earth, and they're growing leaps and bounds. And we all die.
What do you plan on doing when you die? Are you going to be cremated? Are you going to be buried? What are you going to do?
I'll die. I don't know. I don't think I'll die. This generation, I think, will go on. But I'm just saying that we're not us. We're a spiritual being. The Bible writes of it that we're aliens of this earth. We belong somewhere else. We bloom. We die. My grandma, 2009, she died. She'd been there 9, 10, 11 times. She'd been, I hate to see her body now. But we go on. So everything all right.
Do you believe in the rapture?
Huh?
Curtis?
What?
Do you think Jesus is going to come again before we die?
The rapture.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not in the Bible, the word rapture, but yeah, I think some dramatic thing gonna happen someday soon, surely. Yeah, surely. And I believe in ghosts, and I think that's cool that girls out hunting for ghosts. But I would no need for it because they're real. But everything's gonna be all right.
Ladies.
Yeah.
So where do you hope this goes? Like in the next 5 years, you guys want to keep doing this? You want to just what are your plans for the future?
It's open.
Yeah, definitely open. I mean,
Jesus.
I'd like to explore. I mean, forever. I just think there's so much to learn.
My Lord.
How many
to learn?
How many people are you going to allow in your group, and how many usually go out when you do these investigations now?
Usually about half of us.
Yeah, between 6 and 8 of us are always on each investigation.
Does everybody get invited, and it's just 6 or 8 show up, or do you try to
Yeah,
keep
because everybody's schedules are so different.
Oh,
And we all have families and responsibilities, so yeah, it depends
But
on
the
when
really
the event
big
is.
ones. Yeah, we always try to make the
Lord.
really big ones.
Oh my goodness gracious!
What do your spouses and children think of the ghost hunting?
Mine are
I
supportive.
particularly think I'm crazy, so.
Mom's just doing her thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to be right back after this short break with Monster Castle Paranormal in Detroit. Paranormal.
I cannot be bought. You're always at my heart now, baby. You've been craving me a lot. My touch is sought for, baby. I'ma call the shots. Won't you come to me, baby? Hi, I demand your attention. You live in mine. Hi, I feel your intentions. You stay in my penetrate. Slow grind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Slow grind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. If you wanna stay with me, you better treat me right now, baby. You want this love for free? You better hold me tight now, baby. You're making me so hard. Let's not get caught now, baby. I must want you along. You better not stop, oh baby. Hi, I demand your attention. You live in mine. Hi, I feel your intentions. You stay in my penetrate. Slow grind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Slow grind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Slow grind. I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Kissing my lips and your body is concentrated. Right here, right now, I'm making it complicated. You're giving me pleasure, I'm feeling intoxicated. Coming together, it's over, we're situated. Slow grind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Slow grind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts. Slow grind, I'ma be on top. Penetrate my thoughts.
Get back on here
show?
We
or
are right
radio?
back on. Yeah, all right. And that was Shalita Burke and Penetrate My Thoughts.
Girls.
Okay. And Jeff, I think, has some questions for you girls to finish up. We're almost.
Yeah, I wanted to know
Is
if
it
you guys,
live again?
guys, if your group would, or maybe considering if you wanted to do like, like a video production or something like that.
Actually, they just
actually in the
announced this- Go ahead.
Wow. Go ahead. Yeah.
Jeff and Todd and Jenny and Brandy are working on something right now for a TV show.
Oh wow, that sounds fantastic. Wow. Is that going to be you guys will post that on your website?
Yeah, I think they announced it. Was it last week, Rochelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put an official announcement. It's God,
I forgot the production company, but he's the guy that made the what was the movie he just made?
Oh, I can't remember.
The
It's like
host.
almost
Or-
6 a.m.
Yeah. The host.
You guys hope to make a little money at this so you can fund the expedition? Is that the plan, or?
I'm not sure exactly.
I
You
hope
would have
so.
to check with them, but it would be nice. I think they would have to pick up a carrier, a network would have to pick them up, I think, before they could actually make money on it. I'm not sure
Right.
how all that works.
Either are we, right, Wolfman?
Oh, yeah. I know how everything works, especially Skype.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Was
How
that
do you
Michelle,
make that
or was that
noise?
your?
I think there was some ghosts coming in from the castle here. From the...
You should bring a ghost out of the cell, out of the dungeon.
Oh, I just did. I got some
Oh,
ghosts.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we got some ghosts.
Get a
coming.
life, get a real job.
Yeah, we got some ghosts coming out of the cellar, for sure.
Wolfman, can you hear me?
No,
Listen to me.
no, we can't hear
I'm
you.
speaking.
Okay, who's speaking? Okay.
Good afternoon.
Girls.
Sounds like a
Jesus
ghost box.
is the answer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, Kurt, that's enough. Not all of us want to hear that all the time.
I'm sorry. I had to.
And then I
hold
will
it
kill
down.
myself.
That's awesome.
Girl, okay, I'll shut up now. Mute.
I believe that you are a mother who is pretty desperate.
Okay.
I think that was.
She's the answer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is definitely the ghost alert. Igor?
She's the answer.
I think Igor is definitely responsible for this. Oh yeah. I don't know what he's doing down there.
He is so. Go.
Igor? Stop that.
Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Well, anyways, I'd like to thank you girls for coming on.
Oh, thank
Really
you. It was our
appreciate it
pleasure.
this late at
Yes,
night.
thank you.
And yeah, it was a great show. I enjoyed it. And we'll have to do it again
Yes,
sometime.
we did too.
Next week, we have... Actually, tomorrow we have Reverend John Polk tomorrow afternoon. And that's 3 p.m. Next Saturday...
Anything else the ladies wanted to plug or say before they leave?
Yeah.
Just check us out on all the social medias. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our website. You can catch us just about anywhere. Follow us and give us a like.
Yeah, and check out their website for upcoming events.
Mm-hmm. Check out our evidence that we post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have a ghost hunt coming up too, don't you? I think it's on the 11th.
We have one next week, and then we have one at the end of the month. We have next week is Lemp Mansion in Missouri, and then at the end of the month we're going to Waverly.
Oh wow!
So how long after you do an investigation do we get to find out what you found?
Or do you guys do Periscope or anything while you're on these investigations?
Periscope, and we do Facebook Live videos.
Oh, that's what I mean. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
So usually when we start the investigation, we take you on a tour and give you a briefing in the history, and sometimes during the night we'll hook up the FLIR camera and walk around with that and do that live.
Wow.
You know, and then
that's
we'll ask
groovy.
people to respond. Did you see anything? Did you hear anything? You know.
What's the best thing you've ever caught in live?
Caught in live? I think there was on the FLIR camera over at Licking County Jail.
Yeah. Yep.
There was something in the FLIR camera that we haven't been able to figure out, you know, what we're looking at yet. You can see, you know, the definite cold spot.
That is
moving around.
Yeah, they say they're cold too, and I've felt cold.
Generally, you don't see that kind of behavior in a major appliance.
Yeah.
It's usually it's a cold chill that comes across you in a room that has no windows open, or you know, there's no breeze,
Yes.
and you get this cold wind come across you. So yeah, that makes sense if it's a cold spot in the FLIR.
But, you know, as things are happening, you're always trying to debunk it so you can, you know, claim it. If you can't debunk it, you can't claim it.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. That's a good question. If lichens do doggy style, is it still called doggy style? No, it's called werewolf style.
Yeah, it's Wolfman style.
Yeah. But it could be what if it's like a goat man or a sheep man? That would be.
I think that would be extraordinarily dangerous.
Oh well. So anyways, next week Saturday we got Paisley Town. She's a really cool psychic, and she'll probably do readings with us. Yeah, and that's Saturday.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, call in if you can, ladies. She's really good.
Yeah, and what else we got coming? Oh. Good Friday. Kurt will like this one. Definitely like this one.
Are you the Keymaster?
One of my favorite movies.
Yes, I am the Keymaster.
Well, that's great. Either I have a monster in my kitchen or I'm completely crazy.
No, it's actually a monster.
So much better.
Was that Mr. Demon? Mr. Demon, what's going on? Hello, Wolfman. Ooh, creepy, creepy. So, good night, everyone, and thanks for coming out. What else we got? Anybody got something for, I think I'm gonna...
I'm kind of out of questions.
You wanted me to play that. Oh, we got an unknown number, but it's gonna put us...
Oh, there we go.
It's gonna put Ashley on hold again. I'll answer it and let him... Okay, we'll see. Hello, unknown caller, you're on the air.
Yes. I noticed this was a paranormal show, and you know, I had a few questions about things.
Okay, we got a few minutes left.
Oh, I want to know why y'all are so paranormally gay.
Wow.
You're doing drugs.
That sounded like a prank caller, but that was funny, I guess. But I didn't like it.
I can understand him.
Your word you said.
I know that you're a
Ashley,
drunk.
you're back on.
You need help.
Yeah.
Oh, what a riot.
You took crystal meth, Xanax, Vicodin, Oxycontin, Adderall, Klonopin, speed.
Oh my lord. Yeah. So we're gonna.
Oh, man.
Okay. I got a request for this new Monster Castle song that the fans sent in, and I'm gonna roll that, and we're gonna say goodnight to everyone. All right, here we go.
It's midnight on the West Coast. But don't go to sleep now. It's time for Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. Featuring Wolfman Mike, Jeff the Gray, Adam Shadow, and Darren, the man with 1,000 questions. Now join us as we explore the mysterious nature of our world. Igor, release the monsters from the dungeon.
UFOs. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio.
Willie in Alaska. Curtis Green, the Tolson Wolverine. Eric the Protector of Pacalis, and Joe Root, and Stabby McHugs.
Remote viewing, rabbit toys, glowing orbs, lost treasures, Martian artifacts, Sasquatch, and Wolfman Mike. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle Paranormal Radio. It's Monster Castle, Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show.
Listen on TalkStream Live, KTLK, The Fringe FM.
This is the Monster Castle Paranormal Radio Show. We explore the paranormal phenomenon with researchers and skeptics from all walks of life and beyond. Fridays and Saturdays, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, on KTLK, Digital Broadcasting Network, thefringe.fm. Visit our website at monstercastleparanormal.com.
Don't waste my time.
What's so funny?
Nothing. I just have a loony sense of humor.
There's a very logical explanation for all this.
Quick, tell me.
The place is haunted.
Thanks a lot.
Hold on. What? What did you just say?
In a case like this, Shag and Spook did exactly the right thing. Let's scram.
How much have you had to drink today?
Golly, this place sure is creepy at night. Let's get something to eat.
Food, my favorite hobby. Right.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Yes.
Maybe. Ruby Roo! No! Man, this is Spooksville.
This is the Wolfman Mike coming at you from an alternate reality, and you're listening to KT.
DLK Digital Broadcasting Network, the Fringe.fm. All right, let's rock and roll, baby. Groovy, fantastic.
Do you feel dirty? Do you feel
kids
cheap?
still want to stay and help me tonight?
It'll take more than a silly superstitious curse to scare us off.
Do you have a drinking problem?